everybody, welcome back to Andertons TV.
Hello.
And another episode of Tales from the Pedal Cabinet.
Yes.
A little mini-series of videos where myself and the beautiful Danish Pete go to our pedal cabinet. It's a big pedal cabinet, and we just randomly take out pedals that we've not seen before.
That was very Donald, that was. We go to the pedal cabinet. It's a very great pedal cabinet.
Nobody knows more about pedal cabinets than me. It's a great pedal cabinet.
Sorry.
Anyway, so yes, today we've got 4 pedals. We have an Earthquaker Fuzz. We've got Fjord Fuzz.
Kvasir.
Fjord Fuzz, Fuzz, Fuzz.
Yeah.
We've got Cory Wong's new signature Overdrive from Jackson Audio. And the Ceriatone? Horsebreaker. In these videos, we like to use a clean amp, which sounds like this.
Yep.
And a sort of a mild gainy amp, which sounds like that. Today we're using the Victory V140 and a Kraken on its channel 1 with its gain about as low as it can go.
We tried a few here just before you go, victory.
Yeah, we
tried
did.
a few. These two were good for...
These were feeling it today. We've got various guitars with single coils and humbuckers and around us and things like that, so we'll try them. Anyway, the first pedal, those of you sort of fans of experimental sort of, what genre would you put it in? Like a sort of a punk rock kind of...
I don't know. What is it?
Doom.
It's a great game,
anyway, Japanese band called Boris, named after the British Prime Minister.
Surely they
because
wouldn't
they're
know
big
him.
fans of his haircut. No, I think they are.
And is it...
anyway, the guitar player in that band, Wata, uses an old fuzz pedal called an Elk BM Sustainar. Ever heard of them?
No.
No, me neither. Don't know what the BM stands for, but it's an Elk BM Sustainar. Runs that into an orange amplifier, gets this big kind of doom rock, stoner rock kind of vibe. Anyway, you can't buy that pedal anymore. No. So she's teamed up with the people at Earthquaker to design the Hizumitas. If that means something in English, then please comment below.
English,
I don't know. It's got 2 rabbits with horns on the front of the pedal. So
well, that makes perfect sense because rabbits are...
Well, this is very true. Absolutely, yeah. If you leave this pedal alone for 5 minutes, another 17 pedals appear, little baby ones.
Little ones, just I can't plug them in yet.
Right, here's our clean amp. And here is Hizumitas! Wow!
Okay.
That's
awesome!
It's not only one of my favourite sounding fuzz pedals ever, but it does a rare thing where even with the volume just on 12, it's a massive volume boost.
Yeah.
I'm so used to fuzz pedals where
you
it's
have
like
to turn them all the way
everything
up
needs to be on 10.
Naughty.
Holy mother!
That is awesome, that is.
Right, let's try it with, is this a thing? We're going to try it into a gainy amplifier
Well, people
now,
say,
see what
people
happens.
say.
Well, gain on fuzz, fuzz on gain, it's a thing.
Yeah.
Might have to get my hearing tested
What?
after this
Yeah.
video. Let's try it with some humbuckers.
Wow, that looks amazing.
And then we'll whiz on over to the next pedal. That's
good.
wicked,
That is
man.
wicked, isn't it?
That's in stock. That is for sale.
Now, links below, please.
Yes,
Like and
links
subscribe.
below. Somewhere between 150 and 200 pounds, I forget, but it's in that sort of ballpark.
In that Boris park.
in
So
that
it could be
park of
350
balls.
million. A subscription for 350 million a week. That's what that pedal costs.
Oh, I see. He's making
Yeah,
a
I'm making a
joke.
Brexit
Yes.
joke there.
Right.
Yeah.
Without pedals.
These are interesting. These
yeah, these
are
are
double.
We did this in
tele-
another.
yeah.
Thomas from Cream Tea fitted a set of his bangers and mash pickups to this guitar, so we thought we would. They're basically two Telecaster lipstick pickups wired together to make a humbucker.
Lipstick.
Kind of cool.
I need to
Anyway,
walk the dog, by the way,
so without. With.
That is outstanding. That
Wow! How is the Elk BM Sustainar not up there with like the Tube Screamer and the Klon and everything? I mean,
Where's that
that's
been
like
all my life?
crazy.
Holy
I
smoke.
must admit, Jed, who runs our guitar, buying team, did say these have been one of the most popular pedals that Earthquaker have ever done, and I can kind of see why now.
I can see why. That sounds amazing, incredible.
That is fat. That is faff. That is definitely not one of these. And
No,
by
it's
the
not
way,
a
if you
killer.
like this T-shirt, you can buy it in various different colours from the Andertons web store.
Yeah. Or if you want to buy
right.
this bright shirt here.
Now, Pete,
Yeah.
let's get into some North mythology. I know you like your sort of, your mythology,
I'm
your
into
Norse
it.
mythology. I know
I'm into
that's
it.
your
Well, some of
roots,
it,
your Danish roots.
Yeah, yeah.
So, Kvasir. How do we say that?
Kvasir, I would say.
Kvasir.
But
So we're doing the V
It
as
could be.
a W, aren't we? Kvasir. Kvasir. You know what? People with young children who watch the Octonauts on CBeebies
Oh, yeah, that's it, yeah.
will remember there's a little cat sort of character called Quasi. Maybe that's
Quasi.
Maybe that's
But
what it
Quasi is a-
Anyway,
yeah.
this is
Quasi.
classed as a power transistor fuzz, and then in the blurb from Fjord Fuzz, who I must admit, these have been one of our favourite fuzz pedal brands of the
the Odin.
last couple of years.
What's the video up there?
It's a beautifully, beautifully made pedal. I kind of think, sometimes pedals just end up looking like, metal boxes with knobs on. But when someone puts the little copper plate and the lights come through it and the detailing is so beautiful.
Yeah. Epic, isn't it?
Anyway, and they sound good too. So, Kvasir was the most beautiful man ever to live. Which, some people think Danish Pete is that person, but apparently not. Upon his unfortunate murder by the dwarfs, are we allowed to say that word anymore?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Upon his unfortunate murder by the dwarfs Fjalla and Galar. Is that Fjalar? How would you say that?
Fjalla.
Fjalla
And
Galar.
Galar.
His blood was mixed with honey to form the mead of poetry. I must admit, I bought some of that from Tesco's the other day. Spread it on toast. It's lovely.
It's lovely, yeah. Not his
Didn't mix any of that with it.
Oh, that's a shame.
Incidentally, this pedal will give you the sounds of both bees and honey. At its heart, it features two cheap power transistors. Don't know if that's been lost in translation there.
Yeah, that might be
how we would market things here in the UK.
No.
But okay, so it features two cheap power transistors. These are rarely used for fuzz pedals, and I decided, as Daniel decided, to put them into a circuit that really shows off what they can do. These transistors sound different than regular silicon or germaniums. The Kvasir is a simple pedal. Don't put buffers in front of it, nor wah-wahs, and don't expect it to be as loud as something like an Odin nor completely noise-free. I don't think we ever expect fuzzes to be noise-free.
No. So you got thickness. You got the big one is volume. Then you got thickness, which
bias.
is spelled THICC.
I think that could just be a typo.
And then a bias on the other side. Well, I've got this. I'm on the website here, and there's also there's a backing track here.
Yeah. Look, I mean, anyway.
Let's see what that's like.
Dive on over to the Fjord Fuzz website, and you'll be able to download. He's done a backing track basically with the amazing Unknown Mortal Orchestra. Wow. That's cool. Is there any guitar playing? I think
we used stuff for this, didn't we?
Oh, I'm confused. You mean this is a backing track for you to play over?
So when I scanned that thing, there's a little set scan me. So you go in and there's a whole thing you can download.
I misunderstood.
I'm not sure if you get that, but anyway, let's plug it in. Come on, Lee. What's going on here? Let's have it.
Okay, so we're going to our clean amp first with our T-style guitar. He's right. It's, it's like, what a difference between the amount of volume between the two. So let's compensate with
a big knob. That's the bias knob, isn't it? I love it.
I got confused. So the bias is counterintuitive. So the more you turn it up, the less you have.
Yeah.
But yeah, up here is the video where we first tried the Fjord Fuzz range, and it's possibly the most excited you'll ever see Pete in a video. They're very cool.
But not a video on this channel.
So I love the spittiness of it when the bias is up. Now, if you don't really like that and you want a more, full fat fuzz, do you like the alliteration there?
Yeah, full fat fuzz.
I will turn the bias the other way and we'll get more.
And put some fatness, thickness.
Wow. Definitely prefer it into a clean sounding amp than an overdriven sounding amplifier.
What a good sounding pedal.
Let's try it. Do you want to try a different humbucker guitar?
Let's try it. Let's try it.
Let's mix it up.
Yeah.
With this Epiphone 1959 Les Paul in an exclusive colour from Andertons.
Oh, that's fat.
Right, clean and fuzzy.
Again, I prefer it as a clean amp.
I'm glad you started playing like that though, because whereas this fuzz, the Hizumitas, reminds me of like full on, like, you know, sort of like maxed out big muff type stoner doom vibe.
All the words.
This gives me more of like Gary Clark Jr. kind of.
Yeah, it's more of a riffy.
Yeah, and it's more of a broken fuzz sound as opposed to like a full-on thick fuzz. Yeah. So I kind of liked when you went into a bit of sort of more bluesy sort of vibe with this.
Yeah. I'm enjoying this guitar as well.
Yes. Anyway, right, links are below if you want to know more about this. Again, at the time of shooting this video, this pedal has yet to be released, so I can't tell you how much it is, but by the time the video comes out, the details will all be below.
It'll be renamed to the Danish Pete.
Right, I'm going to change to this guitar now because I think it's the closest thing we've got for you to try and sound like Cory Wong.
Yeah, it is.
We do have Strats in here if we just want to go full out Cory.
Well, it's a single coil in the front there, so.
Jackson Audio.
Yes.
Pedal at number 3 is the Optimist.
The ever Optimist.
Yes. You know what? I don't know if that's a nod. Is Cory?
He seemed like an optimist.
Very optimistic.
He seemed like the
well, that's good. The world needs more optimists. So this is from Jackson Audio. If you're not familiar with them, several amazing guitar players have opted to make their signature pedals with Jackson Audio. So Matthias Osato, Joey Landreth, obviously Cory joining those ranks. I'm sure there's another guy, and I forget who his name is.
Yeah, there's a Nashville guy or something.
Anyway,
he did the little.
Now.
I think we did a video on that.
As with a lot of the Jackson Audio pedals, we are entering into the world of M1D1 controllable effects. Yes, you have 3 basic switches that you can switch in and out on here.
Okay.
OD1 is a Klon style drive circuit. OD2 is a Timmy. It's Timmy, he's a little lamb with a lot to learn. Anyway, that's OD2. And then the two together switches in this Baxendale EQ.
Well, the Kate.
Yes, Kate Baxendale. It's the sexiest EQ that you can buy.
Always like boots this high.
So,
but that's fine.
As I said, you can switch all those. So you can have one drive on, the other drive on, both drives on, and the EQ on. I mean, it's like... And you can do all that via M1D1 if you want to. So
That's cool, so you can have it underneath the board if you've got double layers in the board, couldn't you?
Double layers.
Yeah.
So we've got, let me have a little look here. We've got volume 1, tone 1, gain 1. I see, volume 2, tone 2, gain 2s. And then we've got the EQ. So let's start with OD1, which should be clonny.
Okay. So is that on now? Can we hear it off first?
Yes, it is. Okay, off. On.
Wow, yes.
Probably got that signature sort of mid-hump, the clonny.
That sounds great.
That is a good sounding pedal. Timmy, slightly less well known, but didn't we kind of go on a bit of a Timmy journey with things like the Lightspeed and the Dane at one point?
Yeah, a little bit of a Timmy thing in that there. And I think MXR brought it out, didn't they? They did a little version of it.
They did the official kind of recreation of it, didn't they?
I used to have a Timmy, I think. Mick Taylor got that now, but it's a great pedal.
Like a low gain kind of overdrive.
seem to remember that's fatter. The Timmy has got the bass and the treble control, but it's opposite.
Right.
It
does remind me of a Lightspeed a bit.
It does. But there's not the fatness in the low end, but maybe that will come in on it. Sort of I'm missing a bit of bass end on that side of it, but that's my.
Well, I can put the Kate Baxton early EQ in if you really want me to. Let's try the 2 drive circuits together and then add the EQ.
That's loud.
Flipping it, man.
That's a. I mean, I would assume he would come up with like I thought it was a compressor when I first heard it because he's very.
What does he have a signature compressor? Or does he use the Ego, the Wampler?
He used the Wampler Ego, as far as I know, and there's another one as well.
The only thing in my head that's freaking me out slightly here, and obviously with MIDI this would be different, but I keep thinking, if I want to put both overdrive circuits on at the same time, I'll just press both buttons. But of course, what that actually does is activate the EQ.
So is that separate then?
Yeah.
So the EQ is separately.
Yes.
So okay, so let's.
So the EQ, everything you've heard so far was with EQ off.
I see.
So here's EQ on, and obviously I can.
All right, that's helpful.
That I've boosted the bass end up. Maybe the Timmy thing will be more how you want it.
Hit them both. Yeah, so
you want it on, don't you?
Unless you're doing solo, you want it to stick out a bit more. You might not want that on, but if you are playing on your own a little bit. Can I just try the T-style pickups? Because I feel I know he's a
I wasn't expecting
single poorly man.
I wasn't expecting. I don't think I've ever really heard Cory do big overdriven kind of sounds.
I think he does. I think he does solos and stuff. Let's just.
I'm liking this more than I thought I would.
Yeah. I mean, you always kind of. See, it's fatter with this pickup, isn't it? Just do a light sort of, if I can get a little funky. Anyway, I used to do the funky for a living. That's a long time ago.
What we've not tried is this into a driven amplifier. And this perhaps is where the clonny kind of thing might come into its own a little bit more. Wow.
That's a good pedal. Good pedal. I mean, I wouldn't
that
need
is not one of
no,
these.
I would need a little bit more time with it. I would need a little bit more time.
Can we just hear it with some buckaboos?
I just feel like...
we'll go back to the clean amp. We'll be on to the Horsebreaker shortly, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, but I like that. That's a good pedal, that.
Yes, I agree.
I wouldn't not say no to have one.
I kind of feel like...
You know what I mean? Because it's...
That might be an adventure I take soon. You know those... I don't know if... Either with Gig Rig with the small...
yeah.
What's it called?
G3.
The small
Atom.
one of those though, the Atom. Or there's what's the other brand we do? Is it Disaster Area or something?
Yeah.
That again do these small.
Yeah, I've got one, and you can try that out if you want.
I am really half tempted to sort of get into the land of MIDI because I kind of feel like I've got 4 overdrive pedals on my board.
Yeah.
To kind of do what.
It's a good idea.
This is sort of doing in one.
Yeah, I agree.
It is interesting.
It is interesting.
Crikey, M1D1. I don't know if I'm ever going to go there. But anyway.
I know it's going to be on your board for about 2 days.
Yeah.
It's gonna come
until I go,
off.
It's too complicated. Whoa.
Okay. I mean, these are...
The Timmy, for me, hasn't got enough bass end on it.
I agree.
Maybe
it's missing...
the tone thing is interesting.
It's the other way around, isn't it?
It adds, if you roll it down, it seems to add bass without taking treble away.
That's what it does on the Timmy. It's the opposite way around. It's opposite way around.
I take it back. I think it's just the tone setting for me is somewhere I wouldn't normally put it. But
that's what it is with that.
Yeah.
When you got the...
Hey, there we go. So well done, Cory and Kate and Timmy and
that's great.
Klon. Right.
Klon.
Last one. Now, one of the best-selling pedals that Andertons sells is the Ceriatone.
No, that's the real Klon. It's out in the
basically,
kitchen.
it looks because it's the only pedal we sell that is in the same kind of casing
kitchen,
as a real Klon.
It
So it looks very clonny and it sounds kind of clonny, and Ceriatone do some very cool products. So this now is a dual pedal. Horse on one side, breaker on the other. So we're going Klon and Blues breaker in one pedal. Very, very simple to use. You've got 2 choices of mode to run it in. You can have it in its buffered mode or its true bypass mode. And as with a lot of these things, you can run either the C into the Blues breaker or the BB into the C. I apologise for all the infringements that we make during these videos of calling Telecasters and Blues breakers and all the things that they aren't really, but forgive us, you know what we mean.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we do, isn't it?
So, clean amp first. What are we doing here? Let's do
the Blues breaker first.
Blues breaker into Klon first, and then we'll go the other way.
What does John do?
What does John...
That sounds good.
Now, I should say, that's very true to an old school blues breaker where really all the gain, or like 90% of the gain, is from 3 o'clock through to like 5 o'clock. Less than that, you just get this sense of it's just a bit fatter.
That sounds great, though.
Yeah.
I think that sounds great.
I agree. So now let's say the horse side.
That sounds good too.
Now we're going to go...
They sound good. It sounds good. That
Blues
pedal.
breaker into the clon. Clon into the blues breaker. I think blues breaker into clon is more John territory.
Wow, that sounds awesome.
It does sound, it's a good sounding pedal. I've gone deaf during these videos here. Hello.
Who?
Let's try into our gain amp, and then we'll try it with some guitars with the different pickups.
Okay.
That's a good pedal.
That's a very good pedal.
That's a good pedal. I prefer blues breakers into clons. I've learned something new today, Pete.
Yeah, there you go. Blues breakers into clons.
What do you want to try? Any particular?
I'll just do. Let me try that one over there.
I was going to say, but I'm just spreading the love around.
Blues breaker into clons. So that would be. Is that you? Did you prefer more overdriven sound?
I preferred blues breaker into clon.
Was that the cleaner or the?
It sounded fatter.
Yeah, the cleaner one, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So we're still in the Kraken. Have we got plenty of gain here? It's like, yeah, it's very touch sensitive, that amplifier, isn't it?
Yeah, just like me.
Here we go.
I almost preferred it into that.
I did. In fact, funnily enough, the humbuckers into this pedal into the clean amp was my least favourite of the single coils into this into clean was fine, and humbuckers into this into dirty was good. Anyway, look.
What do you think?
That's the whole point of this. You choose.
Like and subscribe as well, and because there's a real clon being given away, not just not a Jafford, but a clon up there when we hit 1 million.
Yes.
So hey, you should absolutely.
I need to go and lie down.
Pete. I think I need 5 minutes.
I need a 5-minute lie down.
Just when you just stare in the ceiling and the ceiling just disappears into nothingness. You know.
Anyway, thank you so much for watching, everybody. We shall do another video soon, probably tomorrow. So yes.
Follow us on Instagram for shenanigans.
Shout.
Just lots of shenanigans over there.
Hizumitas. What's his name? Hizumitas. Okay, everybody. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.